Everyone now has a personal brand, whether you like it or not. Either you're building it or someone's building it for you. And if you look at two of the greatest personal brands in the world, it's probably Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And the businesses come after that. And so gone are the days where the corporate CEO would hide behind the logo. It's like these days, you have to build that. So why not start now? And we all need to be thinking about that. And you're right, it starts with communication and business flows on the back of that. Something everyone needs to think about.
Of course. And just it's repetition, right? It's like the bottom line is most people aren't willing to suck long enough to be great at it. They don't want to suck. But it's like, I'm sure your first episode was not so good.
No.
It was way better than it is now.
I love showing it to people because it's so bad.
Yeah. And so we were willing to suck long enough to be great at communicating. Repetition is the mother of skill, right? And so it's like we just need repetition. Some insight, some knowledge, some frameworks, and you're on your way.
I remember I did my TED Talk in 2014, and that year I thought to myself, okay, I'm Brian Rose, I'm the host of London Real. Like, I need to have a TED Talk. Like, who am I? What am I trying to? Who do I think I am? And nothing that came natural to me. So I went and found one, and then I practiced and just did the whole thing. But it was a start of my journey with public speaking, which I guess is one of the more terrifying things a human can do. And now I kind of enjoy it. But for a long time it was just stressful, but it was something I had to do because as a leader, it's just like, you got to get up there and communicate. And so I've practiced and practiced and practiced. And I like getting the audience's attention. Like, I can't stand someone not paying attention or on their phone because I failed. Yeah. So like, I walk out in the audience, I'm doing all this crazy stuff, but like, I was watching you the other night and I got to take my stuff to the next level, really motivating. But it's such a great superpower. And it's something that's really important, if you want to change the world, you're going to have to communicate.
For sure. And I just think it gets you in amazing rooms. And also it's fun when you're a great communicator, but you stay quiet and they don't think you can communicate. And then you communicate and they're like, oh, who is that? Like it's shock factor. But communication will it'll get you business, it'll get you deals, it'll get you donors. Like, for example, something that, if I can mention, something that I'm really passionate about that I'm just starting is, I mentioned that my dad, promised to be my arms and legs until the day that I die. I'm creating a foundation where I could be the arms and legs for other kids. And so I want to create this initiative where, this foundation raises money and does these big galas and dinners and stuff, but the mission is to go provide medical equipment for kids that can't afford it. And we're going to go on these missions, and we're going to also get these high net worth individuals that maybe need some more fulfillment and contribution in their life. It's like, hey, come to Mexico City and let's give out wheelchairs together. Or let's go change a family's life. Let's go something deep and meaningful. And so, but the way that how am I going to get the foundation out there is communication on stages. Hey, this is what I do. Who wants to come? Let's do it.
So important.
Yeah.
Man. Such a good lesson.
We'll do something together. It'll be fun.
That'd be cool, man.
Yeah.
Very cool. I actually met Tony when I was, I think, 11 years old.
How do you get out of a rat race? How do you create wealth not only for yourself, but also for the generations to come after?
I am absolutely amazed with the quality of companies that we're getting exposure to.
We go on to Zoom calls with the innovators and the folks who are building new applications in metaverse, blockchain, artificial intelligence, decentralized finance.
What's going on, everybody? Thumbs up if you can see me.
We are focusing on early stage investment.
And the quality of people that we're getting exposure to, whether it be Dan Tapiero with 1RT, Jason Ma from Open, Yatsu from Animoca.
It's been a phenomenal experience thus far. It has far exceeded my expectations.
We are focusing on cutting edge technologies.
I view it now as the best investment I've ever made. The upside, I view, is unlimited.
And as a retail investor, I would never get this exposure anywhere else outside of Investment Club.
See you in the Investment Club.
And my mom sent me to something called Super Camp in California. It was like 10 days long. She had done his firewalk experience because they're from San Diego, and Tony used to be in San Diego and Del Mar Castle.
Del Mar Castle, yeah.
And so my mom was the crazy single mother that did the firewalk experience. And for people that don't know,
shout out to mom.
Shout out to mom. This was early days, like early 80s. And it was probably Tony's first thing that he did that was maybe people remember. He would speak on stage, but this, he would speak to, I think, for 3 hours, and then they would put the wood out there, burn it into coals, and people would walk across the coals. It was like 30 feet long. It was called the Firewalk Experience. It was a 1 day or a half a day event, and it was to empower people, and my mom did it. And then she sent me to this thing called Super Camp, and I met Tony, and it was me and a bunch of kids. They taught us how to speed read and all these things. And Tony taught us how to break a board with our hands in about 30 minutes. And I was no Bruce Lee, I was no martial artist, I was just a skinny ass 11-year-old kid. And I broke the board.
Yeah.
And so that was the wildest thing. And that was kind of my one and only experience with Tony.
Wow.
Early on.
That's awesome.
But it was amazing, you know, and just kind of a life-changing event with a very early kind of Tony.
Was there anything you wrote on the board? Did you write your limiting beliefs on the board?
No.
Or that was the upgraded version? There's an evolution of it.
Yeah, is there one? Do you still do that or no?
Yeah, in leadership training. And so basically you write down all your limiting beliefs and limiting stories.
That's nice.
And then I think maybe on the other side is the empowering ones.
Okay.
And then he shows you how to get in state. Yes. And then you break the board.
Oh, wow. Okay,
it's an anchor.
Okay.
It's an anchor, right? It's an emotionally charged event that proves that you can break through to something. You know, for example, it's like if I can walk on fire, I can make a sales call. Right. That's it, right? If I can walk on fire, I can ask the girl out, right? So it's this anchor, emotionally charged event that gives you momentum to keep walking on fire in the other areas of your life.
That's nice. Yeah, it must have evolved
Let's
over
go.
time. I must have got
awesome,
the early version. It was empowering nonetheless, you know, because none of us thought we could do it. I mean, the board was no joke. It was like a 1/2-inch thick piece of wood.
Yeah.
And then, he just showed us that we could do it. So, powerful stuff.
And he's still going. Imagine that. 40, 50 years.
Crazy.
Right? And so, I'll tell you this, I wish it was quicker, but great businesses take a long time. And in a world of quick fixes, that's why we get down on ourselves. You know, even me, I'm like 7 years in, but if I scroll out, if I zoom out of the chart, 7 years it's a long time. I look at people like yourself, been podcasting so long, or Tony, 40 years. It's like, shut up, young bull, you got some time.
I had a guy on my show named Master Mantak Chia, and he was the most surprising guy that ever got famous on London Real. He actually is an OG in his late 70s, and he's been talking about sexual energy for a long time, and he comes from the East. And I remember the night before he was coming on the show, I was like, what the hell are we doing having this guy on the show? And he made me really uncomfortable during the show, but I started realizing this guy is an OG. And he used to go and teach this stuff in Berlin when the wall was still up in Berlin.
Wow.
He's that OG. And he once pulled me aside and he said, Brian, a business is like a person. He said, a 7-year-old child, he's like, you don't expect it to be doing everything itself. And yet your 7-year-old business, you judge in that same way. And that was a really interesting point that you kind of made there as well. And think of your business as like a person, and if it's 2 years old, then treat it like a 2-year-old, and it's 7-year-old, treat it like a 7-year-old. And if it's 40 or 50, okay, then maybe you should expect big things from it. It's just a nice way of just slowing things down a little bit and realizing that great things sometimes take time.
I needed that, so thank you.
There you go, man.
Received.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.